Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Let's have a look at Brachium, the newest boss in the Chamber of Arms. This will be my all missions clear, which I was very proud to get. Especially since I got it the first time I tried it, which makes me think that this quest is not very difficult. I'm not very good at this game, so if I can get all the quests, then yeah, maybe it's not so bad. But this is my team. I'll talk about them as I use them. But I never used Rena, so yeah, she was just in there in case like I lost Ayaka and Zargabath as healers. But yeah, it turns out I didn't need her, so that was fun. And then I went into here because I really wanted that crown. It's a very good hat with a lot of magic and spirit actually, so that's pretty nice. But the preemptive attack, he will do a instant KO on the character with the highest spirit, or a character with innate provoke. And that is what King Leo had. He has 110% innate provoke. And that's his main function here. And then the boss will repeat that attack every few turns. So on those turns, I'll just bring King Leo back in, have him take the KO again, revive him, and then stick him back in the reserves. And then there is a couple Esper missions in here. That's why I brought Rydia. So she will fill my gauge and then do those summons. Lid is here to break the attack in the first part of the fight, 50% and above. And then all of the attacks will be physical, which is why we're doing the attack break. And then a Mercenary Ramza will be the cover all physical tank. So yeah, he's taking those attacks. But yeah, he's pretty buff. And then with the attack break, not a lot of damage to Ramza at all. And then Ayaka is in there to heal, of course. The boss will buff himself, either with like defensive buffs or offensive buffs. So I do want to dispel those. Once I do dispel those, however, that will also remove the breaks. So with Lid or somebody, I need to reapply that. And then Zargabath is in here just as kind of an all-around buffer. Sometimes I use him as an evade provoke tank, but not here. So I just gave him some limit break fill stuff, some magic point stuff as well. He also has a dispel attack. He can use that on the boss. He can also use that on my teammates in case they get like stop or charm. Or later, the boss will put Dark Element on my characters, and then the boss will be immune to it. So to remove that would be really good, so that I can get back to doing damage to the boss. Alright, with Ayaka, let's put the HP barrier on everybody, just for fun. More physical attacks, that's no problem. And then Assassination Anticipation. When that comes up, that means that instant KO attack is going to come out again. So it's time to bring King Leo back. Of course, it's important to revive him before you put him away, because once you put a KO'd character into the reserves, they're stuck there. So yeah, revive King Leo and then put him back. And then when we bring him back, he'll be alive. And then he's got the innate provoke, so we don't even need to do anything with him. We can just block if we want. Alright, we'll put the re-raise on Leo. And then dispel the boss. We will re-break the boss's attack. We'll just block with Leo. Rydia will fill the Esper gauge again, and then Ramza will block. Alright, Alright, so there's that KO. King Leo is revived. And regular attacks going to Ramza, so yeah, pretty steady run so far. And then the boss is blacked out. He casts that thing on himself where he kind of creates images of himself. It's not evade, it's like images absorbing the attacks. If we can attack him with like 5 separate attacks, then the images will be gone, and then we can do physical damage to the guy. What I'm going to do, however, is just do magic damage on the boss. And then that is what Ace is here for. I'm just going to use his Tri-Beam Laser to just do damage to the boss, and then get him down to 50%. And then Delita, he is in here. He can be like a sub-breaker. He's got his limit break. But he can also chain with Ramza, and then their chaining skill, the Inferno, I think it is, it does fire damage innate. And then that will be good against the boss in the second half of the fight especially. So that's the main reason why Delita is in here. And then he and Ramza, they both have non-elemental weapons, and they're both wielding single weapons. But Knight Delita is double-handing for a little bit of extra damage. Okay, Hide in the Dark. I think that is the attack that comes before the assassination anticipation. So yeah, we can start thinking about bringing in King Leo next turn, I think. Okay, the boss has the defenses up, so we want to get rid of that. Okay, re-raise on Ace, re-raise on Knight Delita. And then, yeah, after I brought in Ace, I realized he was a much faster option to fill the Esper gauge than Rydia. But yeah, Ace has that Summon Eidolon skill. He can use it the first turn, costs 0 MP. So we put a re-raise on him, used it, sacrificed himself, and then he came back. And then I could just go and summon the Esper. So yeah, I've already summoned it twice, I believe. So I just need one more, and then I can go for the Esper kill, and then that will be those 2 missions complete. Alright, there's that assassination anticipation, so we'll bring in King Leo next turn. I brought in Knight Delita there, mostly just to fill his limit break gauge. So that when I need him, I can just bring him in, he can do his limit break, break the boss, get some damage in there, so... Okay, the boss is pretty buffed right now, so I think I want to dispel him this turn. And of course, re-raise on King Leo. Okay, we'll block with him and Ramza. And let's break the attack. And then with Ace, finally, let's start doing some damage. And that was a good roll. We got the red background, which means that's the highest chance in Ace's attack. Did less than 10% damage, but that's okay. The boss's spirit wasn't broken, so we know we can do more damage later. And then Ace's Tri-Laser, you know, it does have variable damage, so you're not going to get that red background every time. But I've said this in other videos, but when you are using abilities with variable effects, just always assume that you're going to get the lowest effect, and then you will never be, you know, disappointed when you don't get the higher effect. But like in the case with Ace's Tri-Laser, I feel like the average damage is high enough that it's worth using, no matter what role you get. Okay, we'll do the all-stat AoE buff with Zargabath. With Ace, we'll do some more laser damage. And then I believe there's a threshold at 90%, so let's see what happens after this. So we cross that threshold. He does like a gravity attack on us, where he takes away like a large fraction of our HP. But he doesn't KO anyone, so that gives us a chance to heal everybody up. It also dispels. So like in Ramza's case, for example, we need to reapply the physical cover. And then like any re-raises or whatever that we have. Okay, with Zargabath, let's use one of his cooldown skills. This one's similar to his Limit Break. AoE stat buff, and then some damage mitigation. And then it will unlock a dual cast for him for a few turns. Alright, and then a little bit more damage from Ace's Tri-Laser. I'm not in any hurry here. I've heard of like some clears of this boss, like only take 4 turns or something. That's not really my playstyle. I like to take it slow, so we'll do it this way. Right, and then that streaking attack there from the boss, that was in, that's like a counterattack based on like what sort of attacks we do against him. If you do like an ability, like I did with Ace's Tri-Laser, he will counterattack with that physical attack. And that's perfect because Ramza, he's already covering physical attacks. So yeah, the synergy of my party is working pretty well right here. But yeah, that's basically it for the first half of the fight. I'll just keep defenses up and then keep attacking with Ace's Tri-Laser until we get to 50%. So let's fast forward to there. Okay, turn 20. The boss has the assassination coming up, but so we'll bring out King Leo, but I think we're also going to cross the threshold here, so maybe it won't matter there. Okay, we'll break the boss here. And then after that, we will use the Tri-Laser. Okay, there we go, 49%. Okay, boss does his little talk and then changes. Okay, and he becomes very large. And then he hits us with a few things. One is a charm, which Leon, he provoked, so that's good. Another is another gravity attack, so he took away most of my guys' life. And then he added a dark element to everybody. So for Ramza here, who I want to be one of my chainers to do damage, I need to get rid of that on him. So let's bring in Zargabath. What I really want to do with Zargabath is get his dual cast out, so I'm considering using one of his cooldown skills. And then we'll bring in Bosch because we want AoE magic cover for this second half. And then, yeah, I really kind of felt it, you know, firsthand, the difference between a 6-star tank and a 7-star tank. So yeah, I think we can see the difference between Bosch and Mercenary Ramza here. And then Ramza, he doesn't have to tank anymore. So we'll just wait on him. I want to leave him out, even though he's not doing anything, because I want Zargobath to get rid of that dark element on him. And then Ace is asleep as well. I would like him to get up. If I can, I want to chain with Ramza and Delita, and then I want to finish that chain with Ace's limit break. And then I equipped him with a fire throwing weapon, so that he can ride on that element chain from the Inferno chain. Okay, and then there we saw Zargobath's dual cast. I casted Rejuvenate, give a re-raise, and then the HP MP regen. And then also the Dispel on Ace. That Dispel is an attack, however, which is why Ace is now at like half HP. Okay, more healing with Ayaka. Boss is still broken, so we're looking okay defense-wise. Yikes, big attacks there. But we were able to take it, so that's fine. And then one of the missions is to clear within 30 turns, so I am getting a little bit close to that number. Okay, the brakes on the boss are gone. Maybe that's why he took away a lot of damage last turn. So we'll bring back Lid so that she can re-brake him. Okay, with Zargobath we will dual cast again. He'll rejuvenate on himself, get some MP back, and then we'll dispel on Ramza, so that we can get rid of the dark element on him. So now Ramza and Delita should be ready to chain to do some damage to the boss. Okay, let's break the attack and the magic here. And then Ramza, he's got a free turn, so we'll just entrust his limit break gauge to Lid, so she can use that powerful break later. And then I have to finish with the Esper. So even if I'm using Ace's limit break to finish the chain, I'm still going to need to summon an Esper. So we'll bring in Rydia there. And I'm debating here if I want to go for it on this turn. Alright, and then let's put the Arcadian Crest on Bosch. That's one of my favoriter skills that Zargobath can dual cast. It's a single target, all stat buff, and then also removes debuffs. But yeah, pretty strong skill, and then it is single target, so that kind of stinks, but you are able to dual cast it, so that's nice. Okay, so that just leaves Ramza and Delita. I was checking to see if they had the dark element, they did not. So let's use the Raging Inferno, let's chain once just to see how much damage it does. And then hopefully we can judge by this whether we need to finish it with Ace or with an Esper. Alright, so that's about 10% damage there. That's pretty good. So I'm making mental calculations right now. If the Bahamut Esper that I can summon will be able to take him down. And then there is another threshold at 30%. Where the boss gets even higher, So if I can take him down from here, that would be ideal. But yeah, let's bring in Rydia for the summon. And then let's also bring in Ace, so he can also add to the chain with his Limit Break. And yes, taking out my healer, so I'm kind of going for broke here. I still have my tank though in Bosch. Okay, we'll get Bahamut ready. We'll get that chain ready. And we'll get the Limit Break ready. And we'll just throw it all in there and see if we take down the boss here. And there we go. Uh-oh, not quite. My timing might have been off on the Limit Break from Ace. Okay, so now I need to get my Esper gauge back up. So Ace would be the fastest way to do that, but he is asleep again, so I need to find a way to wake him up so that he can act. And then I might have more dispelling to do, so that's why we'll bring in Zargabath. And then, yeah, looks like Delita and Ramza have the dark element again, so I need to dispel them again. And then Knight Delita, he has the charm, so he really needs the dispel. Oh, funky sprites there again. King Leo doesn't want us to forget about him. Alright, but anyway, Magic Guard with Bosch. Okay, re-raise, and then Esunaga. I might have cast the re-raise on the boss by accident. Okay, I see what happened. Bosch is going to go down this turn, and then he's not going to get back up. I was wondering why that happened, and I guess it was because it was reflected. I don't remember where that reflection came from. I'm wondering if the boss cast that on us. Okay, let's dispel Delita. That will get rid of his charm, and then also get rid of his dark element. And thankfully, he did not go down. Alright, with Ace, we will fill the Esper gauge again. And then I think that will be the last thing he does during this fight. I'm pretty confident that I can use one more chain with the Bahamut Esper to take down the boss. So yes, thank you, Ace. We'll see you later. Alright, just because with Knight Delita we'll use this Limit Break. That will do a very big break on the boss, and also lower his lightning resistance, which we don't really need. Alright, and then there goes Bosch, because the re-raise did not go on to him. So this next turn I could raise Bosch, but even if I gave him raise, he wouldn't be able to put up his magic barrier again. So I'm going to bring in a Mercenary Ramza. He can do both. So we'll change him from a physical tank to a magic tank here. He doesn't have quite the equipment to do that, but he should still be good enough. I was crossing my fingers at this point, just to hope that he would survive the turn. Alright, let's use Ayaka's Limit Break. That will heal and then raise guys and also remove status effects. Mercenary Ramza will put up the magic cover. And Ramza still has the dark element. But I don't want to dispel him, because that would get rid of his magic cover. So we'll just use Zargabath's Limit Break instead. Big buff and damage mitigation. Ramza will cover like a champ. Okay, we'll bring in Rydia for the Bahamut finish. Okay, we'll dispel Ramza here. Get rid of that dark element. Okay, we'll get Bahamut ready here. Get the chain ready here. And that might be all we need to do, so let's go for it. Okay, we got it. Let's see if the kill with Esper took effect. Okay, 100 Lapis, thank you. Alright, there are my guys, and all missions clear, alright. Very, very happy about that. Ruling Fiend is nice too. That's a defense plus 40%, and then one other benefit. But yeah, that's nice for my physical tanks. Okay, so that was Brachium, and thanks for watching. We'll see you again.